Support Laneside. Get something cool.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Laneside Reviews. As always, I'm the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter. And we've got some really exciting stuff to show you on this episode, so why don't we take it Laneside and see how it's stacked up.
Alright guys, here we are once again with our speed dominant player.
He's bowling on the easy house shot.
Yeah, super easy. Now, we've talked before about speed dominant players in urethane, and we're usually not really, we really don't put them there because flat tens.
Yeah.
But we're looking at the Black Widow. So, tell us a little bit about this, Scoops, because I know this is your special ball.
This is an overseas release that I got on Black Friday.
Sweet.
So it was definitely worth every penny that I forked out for it, and it's just a phenomenal additive to my bag. So
this ball has the original Black Widow core.
Yes.
So what are the numbers on that?
2.5.
Yep.
And 0.58.
Yep, with a mass bias of what, 0.16?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, boy,
you can see the difference between the purple hammer and that one.
This seems to be hooking a little bit.
Yeah, it is a monster.
Now, we started Wayne at his regular, quote-unquote, benchmark shot position, which was the 22 board, and we saw that flat 10.
Yeah.
But it looked like he pulled it in. When he gave it a little bit of room, suddenly
it
hooks.
You can see the asymmetric core taking over, and that's the thing is with the early roll of the urethane and the combination of the short hook window of your asymmetric, it really does become a monster when you get to that friction.
Yeah. Now we don't have access to a true urethane asymmetrical ball outside of this right now. Look at that. He moved into 20. Was that 25?
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's I like you use that magical word, true.
True urethane.
This is a lot of discussion because there is some balls out there that are urethane-like.
Well, we can say it. The UC3.
Yes.
It uses what they call turethane, which is a kind of a hybrid urethane reactive. Where this is the same cover stock that's on the purple hammer.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, a lot of people have talked about this. A lot of people have had questions because the hardness change.
Yeah.
Are these balls going to be legal come this summer? And the answer is yes.
Yes. Well, all that stuff still gets grandfathered in.
Oh, my God.
Certain point. Like, you can't take and say all these balls are now illegal and the people spent the money on it. And, I mean, we're talking, what, 1%?
One durometer reading.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, there was a change in the USBC rules last year, coming into effect this July 31st, that says that companies can't produce urethane balls under 73 durometer reading. That's the hardness. But as long as they're produced, they were certified before December 31st of last year and produced before July 31st of this year, or December 31st of last year. Look at that hook. Yeah. They will continue to be legal in the USBC.
Yeah.
Which is why I think this thing is so popular, because there are no Black Widow urethanes.
No.
Certainly not in Purple Pearl.
Yeah. I know a while ago we got the Black Widow black one.
Yes, the solid black.
Yeah. It wasn't very popular.
Here.
It was shot specific here. Yeah.
Yeah. Now here is Wayne with the bonus, our benchmark ball. And you can see it's very smooth. We didn't really, it didn't look good in our house.
Yeah.
Because it hooked so much.
Yeah.
It was so early and it was so high flaring.
Yeah, there's a big difference to that, right? Like it was fighting the core itself.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Where with this one with the pearl additive, it smooths it out a little bit more.
Yeah, it gets down a little farther. It shapes a little bit better. You could see there that looked, for him, the Black Widow urethane Purple Pearl looked almost identical to the bonus, and you could see it was much earlier. It looks about 3 or 4 feet earlier and a couple of boards stronger than the purple. Yeah. So for you speed dominant players, that would be a better choice than the purple.
Purple, yeah.
Now here is King of Urethane, Scoops here, and we're going to see something I can't believe you didn't strike on your first ball.
Yeah, I know. It's because that's my benchmark ball, and this ball is
Stupidly strong?
Yeah, it's a lot stronger. I mean, it's an awesome option for me when the purple hammer is just not making it quite back to the pocket. I can go to this ball, and then I got that extra 3 or 4 boards down lane to make it back.
Yes.
Where I can stay fairly close in the same spot with my feet. Right?
Now, you started out here at 12, and we've already moved you 4 and 2 left.
Yeah. Well, you can see where this ball really starts to...
And you see how early that picked up. Now, with the asymmetry of this core, it allows us to set the distance a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, like for Wayne, we had it really early because of his speed dominance. We need this thing to slow down.
Yeah.
For you, it's got a little bit more distance in it, but we still were able to tweak it. We went 55 inches on the drill angle and 5 inches pin to pap, allowed us to kind of set where we wanted it to roll.
Yeah. And the flare pattern is so much different compared to the purple hammer. Like,
well, you think in a symmetrical, when you go to a much longer pin, it changes the way it flares. But with an asymmetrical ball, once you pass 3 3/4, you have max flare. So you can really eat up a lot of oil.
And that's the thing is I moved on that shot. If you're wondering what happened there, I did move again with my feet.
Yeah, you moved 3 and 1 left again and got around it.
Yeah.
This is the difference between urethane and resin.
Exactly. You can't do that. But like other guys are saying, you can stay like where I hit my last one.
Yep.
I can stay there and stay on top of it and stay there so much longer. And I find throwing this one that I don't have as much wiggle at the back end, right, over time. So
well, with the shorter hook zone, it seems to set a little it seems to set a little harder. Now we moved you back right there just to kind of get an idea. You can in fact flatten this one out for you matched players and play it much straighter without hooking it.
Yeah.
But I think the real benefit of this ball is the ability to hook it.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you can get the early roll that you need with the urethane and then still have the snap and stuff in the back end. And like we were talking about too, like, and when the oil starts carrying down, this ball is another option that you can go to because of the hard set point and motion that it has. Wow, that was high.
Yeah, that was that. Well, that was you throwing it flat. You'd moved a little bit. Oh, and here's Pooks throwing it left-handed. Now this purple cover.
Yeah.
Oh, this purple cover. We were talking about the change with the USBC rules.
Yeah.
They won't be able to use this particular cover anymore come July 31st.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't mean it's going to be illegal.
No.
It just means it's going to be highly sought after.
Yeah.
All these balls will continue to be legal. They're all grandfathered in. Here you are throwing the bonus.
Yeah.
Now, for you, we found the bonus was pretty close to the purple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we're going to compare. I've seen this. Look at this. That is a huge difference. That's a 7-board difference.
That's almost like a mid-price, high to mid-price motion.
Oh yeah, from
right?
a resin ball.
Yeah.
And here you are. We wanted to show all 3 of them on top of each other, just so we could show. You can see, I mean, the purple and the bonus are almost identical for you, and how much stronger that Widow is.
Yeah.
And just to make sure we give everybody a view, here is the purple and the Widow against each other. And you can see that's about a 7 to 8 board difference. The distance is the same.
You can see how much wider I got it out and it came back. So.
Yep. Now here I am. Now I have only ever thrown one other asymmetric urethane ball. Now it was the Phantom.
Yes.
The Phantom line. And those things flared like monsters.
Yeah.
But they don't hook like this.
No.
Look at that.
Woo.
So that was me standing on 22 trying to get it out there, and that did not work.
No.
That was, oh, man.
Yeah.
For the speed dominant player, especially a low tilt one, this ball gives you an opportunity, and really any asymmetric urethane gives you the opportunity to have it retain a little bit more tilt, have it bleed off some tilt. So if you low tilt or high tilt bowlers, the asymmetric core gives you much more options than the symmetric and the purple did.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we're seeing a lot more asymmetric balls in general, I think, on
That
the
is
market,
correct.
right? So,
like for myself, I've gone with a pretty strong layout on this, and you can see how far I had to move. Already, I have moved 4 boards left. I'm going to have to move another 3 boards after this. I would have liked to have seen this almost, for myself, if I was going to drill another one, drill a short pin one.
Yeah. Give it the more closer to kind of...
To a regular urethane.
Yeah.
Because I found this, it was so strong. Just like you, I'm looking at this almost like a regular Black Widow.
Yeah.
Maybe not as whippy down lane, but it's that strong. Where I could short pin this and get it a little bit, have it retain a little bit of tilt, and then really have it shape off the back with that purple cover.
See, look at that. It's still hooking.
It's still look at my face. How is that thing still hooking that much? I mean, this is supposed to be urethane. This is supposed to be tame the front of the lanes, so it doesn't hook down lane.
Well, and that's the thing, is the core. It's just a big mass of...
It's huge.
Mass that, there's a reason that it's been one of the most popular hammer cores for such a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one of their best. And there's other companies that have mimicked a similar shape to it.
But they can't get it.
No. But, I mean, that's with everything. I mean, that goes with the urethane cover stock that's on the purple, right? So you're taking one of the best cores that Hammer's made and one of the best covers they've
ever
made, right? And just, I mean, some other guys have talked about, okay, now you kind of hit a wall.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So that is going out towards 32, 27 to 32, and it finally ran out.
Well, and that's like back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's guys that talk about if you didn't have this ball on tour for a little while there, you
couldn't win.
Right? Yeah. And I mean, that was just the symmetric. Can you imagine some of these guys with the asymmetric one if they could have got their hands on it?
Yep.
Just they would have had 2 balls in their bag, and that's all they would have needed.
There are guys on tour who still have Black Widow solids, the black ones, who are holding on to them forever because they can't replace them. You can't replace that motion.
Yeah. And I mean, two-handers. I mean, we're just throwing this. I mean, like, we don't have a true two-hander that, hits it. I just could imagine what some of those guys could do with something like this. Like, there you go.
Oh, that sucker hooks. That hooks so much.
So you're getting the true urethane roll in the front and controlling the fronts of the lanes, but you're not giving up anything down like you do with some of the other stuff.
So looking at this, I personally think your speed dominant players, the Black Widow purple urethane, or at least a urethane, an asymmetric urethane, definitely the way to go.
Oh, for sure.
For the matched player like yourself, it allowed you to have a much larger play area in one ball.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
For myself, I think that this ball might actually be... Wow. Look how much ball that is. Like this
we're not even talking about... We haven't even got to the carry part of the conversation. But
like this ball might actually be too much for the Rev dominant player of the bag. So that either taking some of that surface off or maybe even, like I said, short pinning it to try to get a little bit more length. Because holy moly.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, and this is a house pattern too we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, something like this for you on a sport shot. Or
a long sport shot.
Like, with the drag in or whatever else they have.
Or, even on a very short, you see it's finally flattened out there, a very short high volume pattern, you could really tailor your reaction with this one more than you could with the purple.
Oh, yeah. It gives you a little bit more options to play around with. And I mean, like, this is out of the box. We haven't, like you talked about, we haven't touched the surface. Bring it down, get it to roll sooner, so it's not so whippy down lane, or bring it up so you can get it down lane and make it more whippy, right?
Now here I am with my bonus, and you can see it as a pretty controllable, very slow response. And then here we come with that glorious purple Black Widow urethane.
You can see it wasn't that much difference on
I
that shot.
I had it for myself. I had it between 4 and 6 boards different. And then here we are, and then look at the difference.
You can really see the difference here.
Yeah, it's about 10 boards
Yeah.
difference to the original purple. It's a huge monster.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.